Generally, chess players are quite happy when they have more material than their opponent. However, in some cases, having extra material can be the decisive problem that will lead to a loss. The second chess world champion Emanuel Lasker was confronted with such danger in his match against Siegbert Tarrasch in 1914. In this king and pawn endgame, white has only one move that will secure the draw. Lasker was able to find this move. If you want to spot it on your own, you can pause the video now, or if you want to hear the solution, you can just keep watching. The only move that will lead to a draw is king g6. King f6 is losing. I first of all will illustrate why playing king f6 is so problematic. And the reason behind it is the scenario that was described in the beginning of this video. Namely the problem that in some scenarios you will have extra material, but this extra material will make you lose. What am I talking about? In this position, black can play c4. And if white now takes the pawn, the black pawn on b5 will recapture, and if white now tries to stop the black pawns with the king, then we will see such a scenario where extra material will lead to a loss. King e5, c3, b takes c, and now the a pawn can push through. a4, king d4, a3, and now we see white's problem, the extra pawn. If the white king could move to c3, he could stop the black a pawn, but because his own pawn blocks him, white will lose after the a pawn promotes. Additionally, I want to show another line that will end in a very instructive pawn formation. After the losing move, king f6, c4, and this time, instead of taking it, king e5. Now, black could already play c3, b takes c, a4, b takes a, b takes a, and again, black would promote quicker and win the game, but that is not what I wanted to show. What I wanted to show is, instead of the breakthrough with c3, black can also capture the b3 pawn. At first glance it might look wrong because the white king can get very close to the black pawns and the black king is far away on the other side of the board, but this is actually fine. King d4, a4, and now we have a pawn formation that will protect itself even without the black king. The weak link of the structure is b5, but white can never take it. King c3, king takes on h4, king b4, king g4, and if white now would capture the b5 pawn, then black breaks through with a3, b takes a, b2, and white is lost. So after we have now seen how things would turn out for white if king f6 would be played, let's look at the correct move, king g6. This threatens to push through with the h-pawn, and if black now decides to grab the pawn, king f5 is possible. And now white's king is of course in a much better position than in the line I showed previously where the king was only on f6. And due to that better king placement, the trick with c4 will not win anymore for black. b takes c, b takes c, king e4, c3, b takes c, and now white would be in time to stop the a pawn and would not be blocked by the pawn on c3. So black cannot push through successfully with the a pawn in this line. But that doesn't mean that white can win. After, for example, king g5, king d4, king f6, king c5, king e5, king b5, king d5, king takes on a5, king c4, it is a draw. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye. And if white now takes the pawn, the black pawn on b5 will recapture, and if white now tries to stop black pawn